It's been quite an interesting journey in journalism with a lot of very challenging moments. I mean, the industry has its fair share of sexual harassment, not only in the newsroom, but also from newsmakers that we speak to all the time. There's also issues of racism. I talked about one particular moment in my life, for example, where when I first started off as a journalist and somebody asked me if my voice was good enough to be used. And at the time I didn't know what it meant, but it was all about, is it good enough to be used for like SAFM and SABC3 News, which obviously at the time it was targeted to white audiences and listeners. And then also, there's been other challenges of how do you find work-life balance. Talked about waking up in a sweat and realizing that, I don't have a relationship. Should I have maybe dropped my trip to the Democratic Republic of Congo or Haiti and chosen to stick with the relationship? And then now that I do actually have one, it's the challenge of when do I actually find the time to actually be with my family? But those were all, for me, these are the realities of the industry. And obviously, we're not going to win the war against chauvinism, sexism, racism overnight. What was a defining moment for me was that I found that there were strong women who were there for me from the beginning, from when I started as a young journalist, when I was able to talk to them about the sexual harassment from the colleagues who were constantly hitting on one, or going to newsmakers and they want to meet up late in the evening, or they want to comment about the size of your bum, or talk about come wearing a dress, all of those things. But it was the sisterhood that I found within the industry that actually helped me to be able to overcome all of those challenges. And I felt that it is important for us as women journalists, especially as we move up in our careers, to actually hold the hand of younger women, women that are still afraid to speak out because they're starting off in their careers, women that are afraid to speak out because the industry at the moment, there are not a lot of jobs available and people don't want to be singled out, or even they fear losing their jobs if they were to actually speak out. So for me, the defining moment was that the sisterhood helped me overcome all of those challenges. And hopefully, as more of us do that, that's how we confront the challenges. And, with the hope that one day, we'll have an equal society within our newsroom, within our industry.